What would I do if I was starting from scratch in property 2024? In this video, I'm gonna lay out exactly what everyone should be doing in property in 2024. Whether you're knee deep in debt or you're sitting on upwards of 7 figures, watch this till the end because it's gonna help boost your wealth. So obviously it's the start of the year, everyone's putting out their New Year's resolution, like all their stuff like that, posting on Facebook and stuff like that. This is the year, I'm gonna make it in property, blah, blah, blah. But as quick as they're going to cancel their gym membership, they're going to give up on their dreams and just carry on doing what they're doing. Don't be that guy. If you follow my advice and implement what I'm telling you to do in this video, you'll soon be able to charge and invoice people for large sums of money like this. And you'll soon realize that, you don't have to sit in traffic all day, going to a job that you hate and smiling with a boss that you can't stand and all that shit. So listen up. Obviously, in the UK at the moment, like, it's just gone tits up. The cost of living crisis is just making everything unaffordable, and inflation is just literally destroying the value of your money. So if you've got a lot of money saved, this website shows you if you've got 100 grand in your bank, this is what it will be worth after 1 year. So obviously this is not an ideal situation for most people. It's not really an ideal situation for anyone, but if you know how to use it to your advantage, you can really benefit from it in 2024. I'm not gonna bang on about that point, but basically if you've got money just sat in the bank, it's not earning you money, it's not paying you any money whilst you sleep. So you're literally gonna carry on selling your time for money. Your time is the most valuable asset. If someone said, look, I'll give you £1 billion, but you got to die in a week, you'd rather just live longer. So yeah, if you've got money sat in the bank, don't let it just get wasted, put it to work. Warren Buffett famously said, if you don't learn to make money in your sleep, you'll work till you die. Deal sourcing has allowed us to bank just over 171 grand in the last 2 months, so November and December. We're consistently pulling off around 80 to 90K a month now at the time of recording this. Obviously in about 6 months time, I want to be doing fucking a lot more than that. I know that sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm just trying to explain to you like what's possible. Whether you've got like hardly any money in your bank or you're absolutely minted, you need to be deal sourcing, and let me explain why. So let's say that you're already a seasoned investor, like you've got your own portfolio, you do BRR deals, you do flips, you do developments, you already know how to source a deal. That's something that you would have learned and picked up over the time because you're sourcing deals for yourself. But what are you doing with the deals that you just can't pull the trigger on? Maybe you've got your money tied up. Maybe it's outside your target area. Maybe it just doesn't fit your specific criteria, but it fits someone else's criteria. Like, you'll literally be amazed at how many people just ditch that opportunity, like, oh, I can't buy it, so they just throw it away. But they could simply package it up and sell it to someone who's desperate for a deal like that. Like, it might be a perfect deal, your money might be tied up. So you're literally leaving money on the table if you don't pass that on to someone else who actually wants it and is willing to pay you for that service. We typically charge 5 grand for a deal. So like, you're just throwing away 5 grand, like, it's as simple as that. But yeah, anyway, if you're sitting on a lot of cash and you want to get involved in property, but you don't have the time or anything like that, like, we've got you covered. We're deal sources ourselves. If you're interested in deals or having a look at certain deals that we sell, just drop us a message on Instagram, drop us the word deals, and then we'll add you to our investor WhatsApp group. That's where we send out all of our deals, so you'll get first access to them. This is the sort of typical deals that we sell. So if that's something that you're interested in, drop us a message on Instagram. So yeah, if I was starting out with a pot of cash, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be buying assets and putting my money to work. So let's move on to if you're like a smaller scale investor. So say you've got 10K in the bank, for example. You probably want to be going out there and looking for rent-to-rent deals. So here's 3 main benefits for rent-to-rent and why it could be good for you. Number 1, it's low barrier to entry. So 10K could get you a decent rent-to-SA deal or rent-to-rent deal that's going to return you just a stupid return. So like, we're talking more than 100% return on investment. Number 2 is cash flow. So this creates pretty much immediate returns on your money, which is obviously, it gives you some financial peace of mind if you've got some extra money coming in each month. But that brings me on to point number 3, which is scalable. You can grow a portfolio of either rent-to-rents, buy-to-lets, or whatever from the income of your rent-to-rents. That's what we did when we started. We started with rent-to-rent. We then moved on to buying property. So the income that you're generating from these rent-to-rent deals, you can compound that together to buy another rent-to-rent deal, or you can save up for a deposit on a property. We sell a lot of rent-to-rent deals, do rent-to-rent HMO, rent-to-rent SA, rent-to-rent social housing. Probably sell around 20 rent-to-SA deals a month. In the last 2 days, we've sold 6. I put some of the numbers on screen of some of the ones that we sent out on our investor WhatsApp group. You can see that the initial investment is very low, normally under 10 grand, and that's including our sourcing fee. Today we sold one, I think it was 173% ROI. It's obviously much better than what the bank's gonna pay you. On top of that, if you have your money in the bank, it's just getting eaten away by inflation anyways. We typically sell those deals for about a 4 grand fee, depending on the deal. Sometimes we might charge 5 grand. So with these particular deals, we've built a nationwide community of sourcers. So They join our course, we teach them how to source, and then we'll source them to our investors, and then we split the fee. We charge 4 grand for that deal, they get 2 grand, but on top of that, when you sell a deal with us, we refund you the course money, because we don't care about making 400 quid from a course. We care about teaching people how to bring us 3, 4, 5 deals a month, so we can sell them and then split the money. That's where the real money for us is made. So yeah, we'll put the link for the course in the description. If you want some more information on it, just click on the link and read about it. So yeah, think about it. If you sold a deal, charged 5 grand, how many of those would you have to do a month to like drastically change your lifestyle? But anyway, I've just covered like the main things that you can do if you've got a bit of money. But if you've got next to no money, or you've fucking got shitloads of money, this is what you need to be doing in 2024. And that is deal sourcing. Anyone and everyone in property needs to learn the art of deal sourcing. Like, they literally need to, otherwise they're wasting money. Deal sourcing allows you to build long-term wealth, because you're building up chunks of cash to put in your pot that you can actually then invest. So you can then start building your own portfolio and securing your own financial future, basically. This is what you need to be doing in 2024. And in the most simple terms, what deal sourcing is you find a fucking juicy deal, find someone who wants a fucking juicy deal, put the two together, charge a fee, lovely. Once you've done that, you repeat, till you got a big lump of cash. Then you can move on and start cherry picking the best deals that you've been sourcing. Obviously, there's a lot to it. It's not like get rich quick. Like, it's not very easy, but I haven't found anything better than it in all of the property strategies. Like, you need to, even if you're doing fucking BRR in Bournemouth, you still need to be looking for deals. So there's still going to be deals that you can't buy. Like, you can't buy every single deal. So that's when you need to package on those deals. So everyone needs to be deal sourcing at least on the side as a minimum. So I'm going to tell you the top 5 reasons why everybody should be deal sourcing in 2024. So let's get into it. Number 1, it is the lowest barrier to entry out of any strategy out there. Like, it is literally the lowest barrier to entry. A lot of experts out there will just bullshit you and tell you that it's free. It's not free, so it's just out of order just actually fucking saying that, because it's not true. First of all, you need to get educated. So whatever that's going to cost you, like, you need to know what you're doing, and you don't want to just trial and error it and just fuck up everything, piss off investors, piss off agents, piss off vendors, create yourself a bad reputation from the jump. And yeah, so you need to have some form of education. You need to know what you're doing. And also, you've got to run a compliant property deal sourcing company, which is going to cost you a little bit. It's not going to cost a lot, but I'm just going to run through the quick costs. So you're going to have to become part of a redress scheme, which is roughly around 280 quid. You're going to need to register with the ICO, which is about 40 quid. You're going to need the right insurances, so it's going to set you back about 250. And then lastly, anti-money laundering, which is about 450 quid. So if it's free, why does it cost £1 grand to set up? It's not. It's not free. And also, you're going to need to be educated. But there is no other strategy in property where you can spend that little to get started. But yeah, I'm just here to be real with you. Like, £1 grand is quite a lot of money for some people. So when someone tells you it's free, it's just bollocks. But yeah, once you've got educated, you pay for your compliance. After that, any deal that you sell is pure profit. With deal sourcing, you're not buying the properties, you're finding the properties and passing it to someone who can buy the property. So it's not like you're gonna have to save up for a deposit, save up for like stamp duty, solicitor fees, you don't pay any management or maintenance. You're literally selling the opportunity to an investor and making some cash. Right, benefit number 2 is network expansion. So when you're deal sourcing on a daily, you're speaking with property professionals like all the time. Like, in the same day, you might be speaking to investors, you might be speaking to agents, you might be speaking to valuers, brokers, solicitors. The list is endless, although that's pretty much the list, so it's not endless. Each time you're speaking with these people, you're literally showcasing you as a person and your business and the very best side of you and your business. And that's really what it's all about, is like building that network, because if you find yourself needing something, you've got a phone loaded with contacts that can help you with something or just get something sorted out for you. It's just good to build your network, and deal sourcing is just a good way to do that. So let's look at estate agents, for example. If you build up a really good relationship with an agent and they see that you're professional and you're doing it properly, they will start to send you deals before they go on the open market. So you're getting a deal that's off market, and that is so much more easy to sell. If an investor can just go on Rightmove and find the property that you found them, like, what are they paying you for? So these agents are literally giving you first dibs on a property that you can then market out to your list or your investor. That's gold dust. But better still, you're building good relationship with investors. If you sell a good deal to an investor, you can get repeat business from them. They can keep coming back to you, or they could actually want a JV with you on a property deal, so you end up owning the property. Or for example, they might loan you some money to do a property venture of yourself. So if you're constantly speaking with investors, you'll start to build good relationships with a certain amount of investors that can help you with your financial goals. You can help them with their financial goals. It's just a win-win for everyone. It's all about giving someone a good service. If you give someone a good service, it's gonna come back to you. Like what? Why wouldn't they? Do people good services, be honest, do honest work hard. They'll see that you're all over it. They might want to invest in you in the future. When you're speaking with high net worth people, it just opens up doors. Number 3 is opportunity. When we sell a deal to an investor, it has to be a good deal. Either has to be heavily discounted, has to give a very good return, or there has to be room for like some significant uplift. You know, something that you can add a lot of value to. So there's a fucking ridiculous amount of shit deal sources out there that are literally trying to charge investors a fee for finding a fucking Zoopla link, sending them a Zoopla link like, yep, found you a deal. Like, that's giving everyone a bad name, it's giving all deal sources a bad name. We're not doing that. We only sell quality. So what I mean about opportunity is deal sourcing allows you to uncover hidden gems, and you can cherry pick the best ones for yourself. When you're deal sourcing right, you will end up with a lot of cash that you can deploy in your bank. So when a good deal comes up, like one that's like an absolute unicorn, you think, I'm taking that. You can. So like, that is one of the best things about deal sources, because you're constantly having to keep your pipeline full. You're constantly looking at deals, constantly having deals to analyze on your desk. And then every now and then, that absolute unicorn comes along and you can keep it for yourself. This doesn't mean that we sell average deals and then just keep the best ones. Like, we have a specific criteria. The deals have to be very, very good and of high quality. And we specifically only invest in a certain area, and we get a lot of deals nationwide. So some deals might just be amazing, but it's just not something that we would take on. But yeah, you've got to be in it to win it. Like, when you're deal sourcing, a lot of deals will come across your desk, and a lot of them you will be able to package on, and some of them you can keep for yourself. Number 4, you're no longer leaving money on the table. So some of you seasoned pros out there that are just watching this video and thinking, yeah, I've been leaving quite a lot of money on the table. Like, you might have had quite a few deals in the past few years that you would have bought, but you had money tied up, or you would have bought it if it was in your area, but it's just outside of your area, or it's just not sort of for you, but it would be for somebody else. Like, you know now, like, you need to be deal sourcing, because you are literally just leaving money on the table if you're not. Especially you guys, like, you know how to source. Like, you've been doing it for yourself. You're a seasoned pro. That's what I call you lot. Like, you've got a portfolio, you do BRRs, you do flips, you do developments, you do that sort of stuff. You know what you're doing. All you've got to do is build a brochure around the opportunity and then sell it on and just make some money. Instead of ignoring that deal or binning it off because you can't take it on at the moment, sell it and make some fucking money. Number 5, you replace your income. Probably heard that from all these other property gurus. Like, it's the like go-to line to sell you an expensive course. Replace your income, you know. But if you think about it, the average wage in the UK is about 30k. So you only need to sell 6 deals in a year, and you've literally replaced your income. That's literally a deal every other month. Or if you don't have any investors, you're not sure, you don't like know anyone that would buy a good property deal off you, you can work with us, we'll sell it to our investors, and we'll split it 50-50. So you'd only have to get 1 deal a month, and you've replaced the average wage in the UK. By the way, like, what we teach our mentees is how to go out and get investors. We don't want people relying on us. Obviously, it's nice if you want to make money with us and stuff like that, but there's more money to be made out there. Like, we'll teach you how to find your own investors so you can charge the full fee. If you still want to give me half, sound, you know, I'll welcome it. Right, that's it then. So if you've hardly got any money, or you've got loads and loads and loads of money, you're a seasoned pro, you do these deals all the time, you need to be deal sourcing in 2024. Everyone needs to be doing it, no matter what strategy you're in. Maybe you do rent to rents. You still can't take them all on, or they might be outside your area. Like, you need to be selling these deals, building up a pot so you can get more deals. So yeah, if you want to partner with us, the link's in the description. Or if you're interested in buying a deal off us, join the investor WhatsApp group, because we send out deals every day on there. They do sell pretty fast. We've got about 6,000 investors. For example, yesterday we sold one in 14 minutes. That is the record, but they normally sell very fast. So message me on Instagram @Fontaine Brothers, the word deals, and then I'll send you a link where you can join.